For paper 2, archaeology part 1, paper 1 part is done in paper 2, क्योंकि ज़्यादातर जो डिटेल्ड क्वेश्चन आएंगे वो पेपर 2 में आएंगे, और पेपर 1 वाले भी बहुत सारी चीज़ों में पेपर 2 का चीज़ आप यूटिलाइज कर सकते हो. सो आर्कियोलॉजी अगेन, अक्षय जैन सर्स बुक, it gives you a good framework on how to frame your answers. In that you will have to add your things, that thing you will have to do, but for a brief idea it can be done with this kind of approach. And for social part, you will have to collect few good case studies which you can use at multiple places, village studies specifically. For example, Andre Betil study of Tanjore, that can be quoted at multiple places, even in factionalism in rural politics, in caste discrimination existence in rural politics, or in how household is arranged in a fashion. It shows everything in this case study. So similar studies you will have to extract, and don't use that study only for one specific content. If you are doing a case study, village study properly, then you will be able to use it at multiple places. Samirpet village study, other than that, Srinivas sir studies are there, 2 3. Surajpur study of SC Dubey, FG Bailey study of Bisipada village. All these are multiple, these studies have multiple things in it which you can use and at multiple places. So you will not have to collect a case study for every question. 10-12 अच्छी स्टडीज ले लिया, उसको समझ लिया, understand it properly, where you can utilize it, understand the things which are there, and understand the questions which are coming. So in that way you will be able to use this content at multiple places. और remembering load फिर से कम करना है. Try to be a lazy person like me. जितना ज्यादा हो सके उतनी कम चीजों में से ज्यादा रिवॉर्ड कैसे ला सकते हो आप, that will help you. Be a bare minimum guy in this world. bare minimum efforts में bare maximum results लाना आपको. Everywhere, in GS, in anthropology, everywhere, in prelims, in mains, in interview, be a bare minimum guy. Tribal part, write with empathy. So how to inculcate that? You can have a look at Main Bhi Bharat, RSTV. It will show you some 50-60 good episodes about tribal life, and it is not boring like a documentary. So you can use it whenever you are free, whenever you are eating, and have some basic notes on it. So in that you will find many things about tribal life and how to use that. Many people have done, especially from people from my era. RSTV, मैं भी भारत, सब कोई बोलता था. अब थोड़ा सा कम हो गया इसका क्रेज. तो इसको यूज कैसे करना है कि आपने लिख देना है RSTV स्टडी मैं भी भारत has showed the following features in this life, in this particular tribal hamlet, and that will give you a more authenticity to your answer. You will quote that tribal household lack electricity, but that will a generic point, it will be a generic point. But when you quote it like that with tribe name, it will become a proper case study, and it is easy to do, because collecting many case studies, remembering it will be difficult. So in that way you can use it. For thinkers, in paper 2 have a common framework, that also I have in my answers. I will display here that how I utilized a common framework in many places, and that you can build on it. Do this at the end of paper 2, because then you will have fair idea about a scholar's work in tribal part, in archaeology part, and in social part, so that you will be able to give a multi-dimensional answer. So do this at the end of the syllabus. use of point example format. So this has been become a norm in recent periods, but there is a star mark to this. What is that? Whenever you are writing conceptual questions where you need to show your understanding, use a paragraph format. In the initial part of the question, tell the examiner that I know these things and I will be able to answer it. Then use point example, point example, point example. It will work in paper 2. In paper 1, you can utilize paragraph even more. Point example, especially in tribal part, what you can do is that while having, if you will do this religiously na, then you will have a lot of case studies, and writing each case study will be tough because there is a word limit. So what you can do is, if you have a unique thing or that particular demand to that question, then write that case study fully. Otherwise, use it as an example in very brief. Even the case studies, RSTV case studies, use it as an example. Write a point that there is a lack of electricity, and then use an example, RSTV study among Badangas. So in that way, you can utilize your case studies even more. So it has become a norm in GS papers, but in optional, point example format is little less used, but in paper 2 it will be useful. So use it, but use it with a disclaimer. So for example, this year there was a question on ILO convention. So in that, it was about conceptual clarity. Tell the examiner that I know why India has not signed and what things are there in that convention. So that there you will utilize the paragraph. Rest, PM Janman question, PBTG's scheme questions, use point example, point example, point example. That will give you more dividend.